Hello, World of Tank Blizzards. It's Littlefinger, and oh my God, are there enough ATGMs out there right now? Yeah, you can see here. Here's the Sheridan in my garage, and just had a pop-up offer for camo. Look at this, 6,000 gold for the Sidewinder camo. Yes, pretty cool indeed. Um, Apparently, it has a spotlight and a laser target. And I love the text on that. You're next. But what I wanted to point out in stores right now, they've got the dragons out here. Type 62 dragons, 5,500 gold. Of the three tanks right now, this is my favorite of the three. Plus, it's also a lot more affordable. The Type 59 is a very solid tier 8 medium tank. And I'll talk about these a little bit more, but the one tank that I did not own there was the 121B. So we're going to go through the process here of purchasing that 121B. We'll load it out and played a few games in it. While we do that, Type 62, so it's a light tank at tier 7, and it is super versatile, moves around the battlefield really well, got a super accurate gun, and it's just a playstyle that fits, what I like about this game. Um, the Type 59 hull down is a beast, and so really is the 121B with this rounded turret. And yes, you can see here, I'm going to go ahead and purchase um, the camo for it as well, because I just think that gold with the dragon on it is super cool. So here we go, setting it up. Gonna run improved rations, and the fuel and the standard rations. We're gonna switch over to credits to buy our heat as our premium ammo. I think we'll add that up just a little bit more, 25, 11, and 9 there. And this is my initial setup. We'll go with the gun rammer, defense system, improved optics, enhanced gun lane drive. We're going to go with enhanced armor just because we got real nice armor on the turret, and the vertical stabilizer. And as you can see here, really nice looking tank, and we're going to show some battles in it right now. Alright guys, going to play a couple games in the 121B here and just talk about this tank and the other two tanks that are currently for sale. As you can see, I am tuned up with Captain Wardad and his T62A, and looking at the other team, two 183 Death Stars, two T95E1s, a lot of friggin' derp on that team, so we're going to have to play this a little bit more cautiously. Hopefully the new replays here being recorded on the computer are going to be better quality, as that is obviously why I purchased this new PC, so that we can do some more streaming, which we've already started doing, and we'll see how these videos go. I'm kind of excited about this. But the 121B, well, yeah, so it's a tier 10 Chinese medium tank, and quite honestly, not a whole lot of difference from the Object 140, other than it does have a better armor profile, plus it is enriched, so you can make money playing at tier 10. But as far as uniqueness, other than this camo, it's really not a unique tank in the game. So, is it worth 15,000 gold? It depends on your playstyle. If you want to play tier 10 and make money, yeah, I think it is. Ooh, look at that missile coming in. Ooh, glad we got past that. Um, so, so just some of the stats on it. We'll compare it here. So, with the gun rammer on all of these tanks, the 121B comes in at 3463 DPM, 4% lower than the T62A and Object 140, 12% higher than the AMX 30B, which comes in just over 3000 DPM. So, um, you know, 4% difference than lower than the T62 or Object 140, right? So at this point in the game here, just switching back to the game, I figure we've got to push. This is guy's all alone over here. Let's get him out of the game. Look at this. Team comes in, focus fired, and I look up. And we're able just to get the kill shot in here, but we're still down a tank. I was really surprised to see that. So our guys that stayed back must have just gotten eaten up alive by those big old derp guns. Penetration number 245, pretty much same across the board. AMX 30B is at 250. You're doing 350 alpha, which matches the AMX 30. The T62 and Object 140 are each 310. Now, here we see here 6 degrees of gun depression is a big negative, and that matches the Object 140. So it is quite difficult to play on hills, even small hills like that one. As you can see, we weren't even able to get that down, but been quite fortunate up till right there that both of those Death Stars missed their shots. But we are not going to be as fortunate here. Take almost 1,000 damage, but now we know we can reload and then finish him off before he can. You know, aim time, you can see this gun is super accurate, 1.36, just over 0.3 in dispersion. Like I said, only 6 degrees of gun depression. 56 kilometers per hour is your top speed, matching the Object 140 at 55. Now the AMX 30B, which is obviously the other tier 10 collector, is at 65. So it does not have quite the same speed as the AMX 30B. Feels a lot like the Type 59 at its tier 8 counterpart. You know, it's kind of a little bit of a sluggish medium. It's not super fast. But you can see here, as we finish up this game, 3,613 damage, 4 kills, 3,000 for Captain Wardad with 3 kills. So we got all 7 kills in that game, but we do make quite a nice amount of credits. Alright guys, here is my very first battle in this tank. It was on mines, and obviously I hadn't driven this tank before, but did look briefly at the stats on it, and knowing that I only have 6 degrees of gun depression, I am aware that playing the middle of mines can be a little bit on the difficult side. Now I would prefer to have gone left, but that spot there was occupied, so we're going to set ourselves up behind this rock, and yeah, as your first shot, it's not really the result you want. Perhaps that was a little low. And then we're going to try to squeeze that one in. Nope, we're going to hit a rock. Get pushed a little bit by this VK. Whew. Dodging rockets. Here goes another rocket. Yeah, there's your 6 degrees of gun depression. So if you are not familiar with playing, say, the Object 140, 6 degrees is difficult, and it does take a good bit of adjustment. That's why, you know, that buff that they just did on the T62A is really big. 2 degrees of extra gun depression is huge. But with that being said, the armor on this tank is by far and away better than any of those 3 other tanks that I've been referencing, and we'll show that here on screen real quick. Hull armor at 120 in the front. Compare that to 102 or 100 on the T62 Object 140, 55 on the AMX 30. Turret armor 240, and that's rounded. That matches the T62A and the Object 140. AMX 30, and look at this shot. How does that bounce? How? So obviously my introduction to this tank is like hasn't been the greatest, but we do manage to dodge that rocket and get the kill shot. But back to the turret armor there on the AMX is only 120, so you've got twice as much armor. So, if you're nimble, if you know how to play these medium tanks well, their TDs are finally pushing. But I don't want to be up here by myself, and want to go ahead and get this rocket launcher out of the game here on this side. So yes, unable to complete a thought here. Uh, if you're able to find some nice hold down positions that are flat, this tank is a very, very solid tank. It is a little bit slower, obviously, than the AMX. It takes a while to get up to top speed, but once it's at top speed, it drives really, really nice. And obviously, you see there, do have some accuracy on the move. And I love this. Death Star wasting a shot to do 50 damage. And of course, we're going to get 3 shots into his 1 and finish him off for a Pools medal. 6-kill game. So damage is not great, 2,700, not bad either, but 45,000 credits at tier 10. And to me, that is the sweet spot of this tank. 140% enrichment. If you like mediums, if perhaps you don't play on premium at time all the time, you can still make money in this tank. So, I do think 15,000 gold is a lot for a tank that is very similar to other tanks in the game, and I would not purchase it as a casual collector. Obviously, I like to try to own all the tanks in the game, and so it is a very nice, very accurate shooting with some good armor. So, with all that said, guys, have fun out there, stay safe, get educated, not fingered. Littlefinger out.